Here's some good advice on what to say to your wrestler after a match, whether they win, lose, or draw. I'm just reading off some notes here from an email I sent to our parents. Before a match, it's just best to say, good luck, wrestle smart, wrestle tough. Big things are going to happen. That's a pretty neutral statement, but yet a little bit bold. The worst thing you can do is say, now be careful, watch out for this kid's single leg. I heard he's really strong, very fast too. There's likely nothing your opponent can't do. They're amazing. I mean, that's basically what you're saying. How about just saying, good luck, wrestle smart, wrestle tough, score when you can. Let's have a big day. Walk away. That's it. Now, what if you do have a game plan? Maybe you know your opponent. Maybe they shoot off the whistle. It's okay to point out, all you have to worry about is this kid likes to shoot off the whistle, touch the mat, off the line, or, keep your head low. One or two little things, little reminders isn't bad. And then make sure that you or your coach, if they go out of bounds and you come back to the middle, give them a little reminder. Hey, touch them at, check your level. But we don't get too scientific here. And the reason we don't is there's so many unknowns in wrestling. Other technique sports, there's a lot of constants. We like to use the gymnastics analogy all the time. The balance beam never changes. My routine never changes. The music is the same, right? My whole routine is the same. Not that it's an easy sport, but there's so many constants that it's pretty easy to calm down. In wrestling, there's a lot of unknowns. And that's whenever we get worked up with anxiety sometimes as coaches, parents, and certainly wrestlers. So it's best to say, I don't know what's going to happen out here, and I'm okay with that. Let's figure the match out as we go, and encourage your kids that that's how the sport is done, and embrace it. You have to figure the match out as you go. I don't know what's going to happen. I can give a care less. I'm going to figure it out as I go. There might be a few tendencies that your opponent does, right? We discussed that. But for the most part, don't let the uncertainties kind of rattle you. But, that's a good phrase before the match. And it's good for your kids to have a phrase, too. After a win, just say, hey, awesome job, I'm proud of you. I kind of would, I say things to my kids like, there's no one you can't beat. Boom. I mean, what better way to leave the interaction than that? Or there's nothing you can't do. You got a big future ahead of you. Wrestling like that, boom, walk away. Those are like, it's like icing on the cake, right? So that's a good idea. Never point out the one flaw. We like to do that as coaches, right? And parents. Well, I'll find something you can do better, So my example here to my parents was, hey, honey, thanks for cooking the turkey and working your butt off for 25 hours to getting our home ready for Thanksgiving. Now, I did find a piece of dust on the living room floor. I mean, let's not be that way with our kids, okay? You wouldn't be that way with your wife or husband, right? Just say you did great, you won, proud of you. Boom, high five, walk away, right? You don't need to nitpick because they're single leg, their knee could have been 3 degrees closer. I mean, just let's not ruin it, okay? After a loss, I just say keep working. One day you'll pin that kid. That's exactly what I always say. Not that I'm right, not that I'm the expert, but that's a pretty good phrase to say to your kids after they lose. Sure, if there's something they can do better, let's wait till the emotions are gone before we go back and evaluate the match a little bit. 10 minutes later, I may grab a kid and go next to the bleachers and say, hey, this kid collar tied the crap out of you. Hit 10 elbow passes. When I was, when we were saying elbow pass, clear this kid off your head, that's what we wanted you to do. Then maybe before the next match, I grab him, hit 10 more. Good. Now you just basically stomped out the fire. Now we're not going to have a 3-hour dissertation over the match, right? Let's just leave it at that. Never use phrases like, as a parent especially, you didn't try, I spent money on this tournament, where's your heart, I'm done with this. I saw a Facebook post like that one time. Dad's like, I'm done going to these tournaments, wasting all my money. Wow, you don't do that to your kids. Instead, later you can ask, hey, I noticed your effort died late in the match. You need to think that part of the match through and fix it if you want to accomplish your goals. Then walk away. Leave it on the kid. You don't need to belittle them or foot sweep them, cut their knees out from under them, degrade them, belittle them. Just say, hey, your desire to win faded. That's what I saw. Walk away, right? That's a statement that you make that isn't condescending. Over the long haul, if you have a few mantras or phrases, I think that they can always be go-to phrases, and over time, it does start to sink in. The super diverse coaching tactics, I don't know. I have a few mantras that I use with our kids constantly, and that are to the point, and we try to keep it very simple. And I think if you can have a few of these that you use as a coach or a parent, and as a wrestler, you should have these for yourself. I encourage our kids to watch the YouTube videos and interviews of the elite college wrestlers especially. And, before the NCAA finals or something, they'll say, my opponent's tough. I lost last time. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. It's going to be a big day. This is what I've been training for. I mean, that's a statement, it's non-committal. They're not saying, I'm going to win, I'm going to destroy this kid. They don't put pressure on themselves, and they acknowledge the fact that their opponent is very tough. That keeps you true and honest. And they have a bold statement of, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm expecting big things out of myself. So I have my kids practice writing down phrases, or encourage them to write down phrases that they're going to use when they're in the, a big match is on the forefront. That way, it's like putting a lid on a grease fire, right? Your mind will go crazy, and you'll think about this match for hours. But if you have your phrase that knocks it out, then you can relax for the 3 or 4 hours until the finals, or the day before the finals. So phrases like this are not just meant for the coaches or parents, but they're meant for the wrestlers also. So good luck to everyone. Comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're going to start throwing a bunch of technique videos on here now that our new wrestling gym is done. Check us out at purlerwrestling.com, and come train with us in St. Louis, Missouri. We have year-round overnight weekend camps at our privately owned 15,000 square foot training center. Bunk beds, 2 wrestling rooms, a big 10-acre area. So we have everything that we need to take care of the kids. So check us out, purlerwrestling.com.